So it's the new year. All of us guys are hitting the gym hard. We're pushing our muscles to the max. We're trying desperately to cut body fat and retain muscle, and we're focused on aesthetics. But if we're into sport, we're focused on sport performance and our body is a byproduct of the sport. As in, whatever the activity, your body resembles a sport. But so many guys now are struggling with body fat issues. More so around the torso and around the glutes. Guys commonly store torso fat round here and round the glutes. And there's just a lot of issues surrounded by guys' diets, especially today. Believe it or not, guys, that most diet fads are made for women. So you've got a lot of guys jumping onto diets that are commonly used for women, and it's having a very negative effect on one vital hormone which is critical for building muscle mass and helping reduce body fat. And that, my friends, is testosterone. So over the last few years on my own fitness journey, I've recognised that by increasing my testosterone levels, I've been able to increase muscle mass very easily, my strength training abilities increase massively, and my fat reductions become easier as well. The total journey now, spanning the last 2 years of doing fitness shows, fourth one coming up soon, has become easier and easier the more I've learned about nutrition, hormones, pH levels, a whole host of different things. And it's quite common that I see a guy coming to me struggling with their body fat composition, increasing muscle, and one of the key active issues is testosterone. And you're probably sitting here watching this video thinking, how do I now increase my testosterone levels? Well, a lot of guys in the gym world now will jump to a quick fix variety instead of actually identifying with their nutrition. For us guys, there's a few things that you can start to adopt immediately to help with your nutrition. And I'm sure you've heard of the old saying about eggs and steak for breakfast. Well, it's something I do recommend, highly recommend. I'd much rather see a guy who's trying to grow his muscles and develop and lean out have steak and eggs for breakfast than have a cereal with high levels of manufactured sugars and also poor grade quality of food, and also add milk, which the cows are now pumped with all sorts of chemicals. So if you're having this bowl of cereal now with sugar and chemical induced milk versus steak and eggs, well, obviously the one's going to have more health benefits and testosterone increasement benefits than the other. There's a few other foods that you can introduce into your system as well, such as eggs, that really helps, and also the likes of broccoli and the likes of almonds, and more greens generally as well would really help. Now obviously there's certain foods to avoid, like the plague, when it comes to wanting to increase your testosterone levels. So for us guys, certain foods you should avoid are the likes of soy products. Also, I strongly advise guys especially to stay away from condiments. So I'm talking about the likes of sauces, those with extra added sugars and preservatives. If you cannot read what's on the back of the label, try not to touch it. Also, consider the likes of certain dairy produce as well. Looking at the packaging, identifying with where it's been sourced. Be very clever with those actual food types, and try and stay away from junk food. Now, I know it's hard. I know for a lot of people, good food is deemed as more expensive, but you do get what you pay for in life, I'm afraid. When it comes to healthy foods, greens and the likes of proteins, you do get what you pay for. So obviously if you're going to skimp and save or go on the likes of junk food as a variety in your diet, you're just not going to get any nutritional value there. So the problem is, for a lot of people, they eat when they're hungry, and therefore they're more receptive to go for junk foods. So something quick, convenient. That's why fast food restaurants are on a massive increase, and that's why a lot of our foods today are heavily dosed in sugar. Because most people, unlike athletes, athletes would typically eat to keep their body fueled and also to aid recovery and growth and repair. Most people nowadays would eat when the mind's saying, I'm hungry, I need a quick fix. So that's why we're getting a lot of people on a yo-yo sort of lifestyle, and that's why a lot of people's energy levels are fluctuating, and that's why a lot of guys especially are ballooning out, because they'll eat when they're hungry, not at a regular interval throughout a day. So trying to avoid junk food where possible and replace with food that actually has more nutritional benefit for the body, that would really help. So there's some basic tips. So for guys out there, if you are struggling with belly fat, especially around the torso, around the glutes, with body fat, make sure to look at ways to increase your testosterone levels naturally. You can look at supplementation as well, but I'd always recommend get your nutrition right first and then supplement. Sports nutrition comes underneath a category called supplementation. So obviously it's common sense to supplement your real nutrition. And it's one of my biggest gripes is that I see a lot of sports nutrition brands saying to people, and especially young naive lads, you should buy this, you should buy that, you should buy this, you should buy that. No, get the basics right in your nutrition first and foremost, and then supplement to your deficiencies, and also in addition to your basics in nutrition. I hope those tips have helped. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm also on YouTube. I'm doing more on YouTube now than ever. I've got a Facebook page, and visit me online, gavintownsend.com. Have a great day.